Doing this one a little bit early. I won't be home to do the previews as one normally would when players' form comes out and who's available and who isn't and all that sort of stuff for the game between Liverpool and Manchester United. Of course, Ten Hag under a lot of pressure, winning Manager of the Month, Maguire winning Player of the Month, and Garnacho Goal of the Month for November, only to be pumped 3-0 and outplayed at Old Trafford by Bournemouth. And we had, again, two late winners, 4-3 against Fulham. We had the 2-0 against Sheffield United, and then we also had the 2-1 against Crystal Palace the other day. So very contrasting results. And of course, United did have that win against Chelsea as well, the 2-1. So it just goes to show how bad Chelsea were. If United were that good, but then they lose 3-0 to Bournemouth, I think you can surmise that Chelsea sometimes may be good, more times may be shit. But in saying that, we both have our respective European footballing matches to contest in a couple of days' time. Tuesday for Manchester United at home to Bayern Munich, in which there are a couple of things that could happen here. Manchester United beat Bayern Munich at Old Trafford, unlikely, but possible, no matter how slim the chances are. Copenhagen and Galatasaray draw their game. United finished second on points. I say that because Bayern Munich on 13 already qualified. Copenhagen and Galatasaray each on 5, only separated by goal difference. So if either of them beat one another, even if Manchester United were to beat Bayern Munich, it's goodbye Manchester United from the Champions League and not even making it to the Europa League. So that's why I say Man United have a chance to beat Bayern Munich and hope that Copenhagen and Galatasaray end up in a draw. Now, the thing is though, because they need to win this game, they need to probably play their best players. I think if there's any chance of making it through to the Champions League, every Manchester United fan will say, look, no matter how slim the chance is, you best put out a performance on that pitch and make something happen. Regardless if Copenhagen beat Galatasaray or vice versa, we want to see you guys play your hearts out, beat Bayern Munich. Doesn't matter if they've already qualified. Just play, beat them, give us something to hold on to, give us something, give us clutch at some straws, so to speak, right? Wishful thinking for United fans at the moment after the last couple of weeks of contrasting fortunes, right? But they have to play their strongest 11, I think. Whoever that may be, Fernandes can play because he's suspended for the Liverpool game come Sunday, and I know this is being done quite a fair few days out. As I said, won't be here in a couple of days' time to do this, so I'm doing it now nice and early, and a lot can change until then. But they have to play their best 11 to have any chance of making it through to the next round, finishing second in the Champions League. How unlikely as it may be, how abysmal they may have been in the Champions League this season, they still have a chance. Now, for Liverpool, on the other hand, we are playing Union Saint-Gilloise. I'm just going to call them USG. So we're playing USG away. We beat them 2-0 at Anfield in our opening match. And we have already qualified as well. So Toulouse have to play LASK. And another interesting one there. If LASK beat Toulouse, then they could qualify for the Europa League. And then you see USG get knocked out. So there is still a lot to play for some of these clubs. Again, for us, we can rest our big players. We can maybe have Alisson on the bench. We can rest Van Dijk. We can rest Trent. Give Gomez another run maybe. Give Kwanzaa a go. Bring in some of the youngsters. Maybe Doak will be fit to play. Bajcetic maybe will be okay. He's got to have a bit of a calf issue or something like that. McAllister's touch and go at the moment. We'll see how he feels. I want Nunez to start. If there's one thing I want Darwin Nunez to start this game because this man needs some goals. He needs some confidence in him. Yes, he has chances, but he doesn't take his chances. He could have had a couple of goals against Fulham, could have had a couple of goals against Crystal Palace, didn't, and he's 4 games or something in the Premier League without a goal now, so we really need Nunez firing because we're probably going to rest Salah as well. He's got his 200 goals for Liverpool or England, whatever it is. I can't remember, it's 150 for Liverpool, 200 for England or 200 for Liverpool. He's got his 200 goals, right? So you can probably give him a rest as well. We'll see what happens. But if I go back to my main point, United still need to play their strong 11 because they've got to win this game against Bayern Munich. And then that means their starting 11 will be probably a little bit ragged and tired. Now, there are a chance for injuries for both clubs to come about. Hopefully, both teams come out of this unscathed. Obviously, Fernandes will be missing at Anfield, but that may open up the position to bring in someone else. And maybe United might play a little bit better. But if they play any which way that they've played in recent weeks away from home, Even though they've won a couple of games, they've been absolutely shady. If Everton knew how to finish, if they could score some goals, they would have been pumped. But they ended up winning 3-0. When they went away, who was it to? Was it Burnley or was it Sheffield United or somebody? They won 1-0. Like, that was a late goal as well. That could have been a little bit different. So there are big things for United in this game against Munich if they do end up winning. And for us, we can probably take it a little bit easier and just focus on the game on Sunday. But Ten Hag is under pressure. And we know what happens when Manchester United managers come to Anfield. It's pretty much always their last match as manager for Manchester United. But they reckon that Ten Hag is not going anywhere. We shall see what happens. Again, very early preview, not here midweek, later on in the week to do this. I'm doing it now. A lot can happen in the space of 5 or 6 days. So if I get something wrong, if something changes, it is what it is. I'll do asterisks, subject to change or whatever it is, right? But there you have it. Those are my thoughts. United have to go strong against Munich. If they win, they can qualify for the Champions League knockout stages if Copenhagen and Galatasaray ends in a draw. And they could then potentially have a little bit of fatigue coming into the game at Anfield. We can rest our big players. We've already qualified. And you know what? USG, if they beat us at home, then they can qualify for the Europa League if Toulouse were to lose. Yes, Toulouse lose, all them puns and all that sort of shit. Anyways, that's it from me. Appreciate you watching this preview. And if you did enjoy it, drop a like. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. I'll see you next time.